Sports Stew Drew presents the Team Sports Bracket, the Midwest region. Hi everyone, Drew here. Happy to have to share another video with you tonight. As you can see, if any of you watch the East region, we're on to our next region, the Midwest, in the Team Sports region. I just want to thank everyone for voting on the East region. Today, we're going to go into the Midwest region. I'm sure if you know the rules, all you're going to be doing is going to Twitter, my Twitter, @StewDrew, or the Sports Stew Drew Facebook page, or you could also comment below, and if you put in your selections of who you want to pick in the matchups, I will include it I will tally it up, because I am here for you, everyone. I am here for you. Anyways, let's go to the matchups. How does that sound? What do you think? Come on, come on. Look at that. Alright, just to let everyone know, the Midwest region's kind of same with the East, kind of keeping it in the same proximity. So think of the Midwest. We actually are going all the way for the NBA to the Utah Jazz. Spoiler alert, Donovan Mitchell will be in this bracket. I'm not going to tell you where he's seated, but we decided to because the West is just California. Is just loaded, especially Los Angeles, with so many darn good athletes. I wanted to include Colorado and Utah in the Midwest region. So Colorado and Utah will be included in this region, as well as Missouri, Illinois, Minnesota, Chicago, any of the places you would know to be in the Midwest and the nation's heartland. Anyways, as you can see already, Patrick Mahomes, spoiler alert, someone's a Chiefs fan who actually put this little smiley face here. He's the number one seed, and everyone's saying, why is he the number one seed? Well, let's just talk about it a little bit. Why Patrick Mahomes, Mr. Mahomeboy himself, is the number one seed in the Midwest region. No one in their first 3 years as a starter has had as good of a run as Patrick Mahomes. He's hosted the AFC Championship game all 3 seasons as a starter, has a regular season MVP, as well as a 50-touchdown season the first season as a starter. We've never seen that before. The only one who's even been even close to, at that age, had that type of success, even in today's NFL, with offensive pass-happy NFL that we're in, was Dan Marino way back in the 80s, which kind of shows you just how insanely awesome Dan Marino was early in his career. But anyways, 50-touchdown season for Patrick Mahomes. And then the second season, obviously, Super Bowl MVP. And then his third season got back to the Super Bowl and then ran into a buzzsaw known as the Todd Bowles Tampa Bay defense, which just played too high safety. The Chiefs never seem to figure it out. You know what? Everyone has a bad day. Tom Brady in his great career has had bad days. Peyton Manning's had bad days. If you remember that Super Bowl in New York against the Seahawks, I'm pretty sure Bronco fans, we'll not go there. And Patrick Mahomes, obviously, that's the reason why. He's the number one seed. Versus number 16, Leon Draisaitl. Yes, I did say it right. He plays for the Edmonton Oilers in hockey. And I'm like, we got to represent the hockey. Got to represent also formerly of the Prince Albert Raiders before he got drafted 3rd overall by the Edmonton Oilers. He's averaging 2 points a game this season for the high-flying Edmonton Oilers offense, paired up with Connor McDavid, to make the most lethal 1-2 offensive scoring combo in all of hockey. So we got to represent. Please vote. Okay. Boy's not wanting to cooperate tonight. Next, number 8, Nikola Jokic, the Joker, versus number 9, Nolan Arenado. Let's first talk about Nikola Jokic of the Denver Nuggets, averaging 27 points per game this season. He just recently had a 50-point game. The most skilled big man in basketball. Nobody passes the ball better than the Joker. And the Joker is also a great free throw shooter, a solid 3-point shooter. There's nothing he can't do wrong. All of the Nuggets are trying to do is get over the Lakers this season, get over the hump. Nuggets off to a so-so start this year. But still, the Joker is one of the best big men in all of basketball and is starting to elevate his game to the elite of the elite. Versus the former Colorado Rocky, new St. Louis Cardinal, Nolan Arenado. Mr. Arenado has won a Gold Glove every single season he's been in the major leagues. He is the best defensive third baseman of our time. He's up there with the Scott Rowlands and the Mike Schmidts for you baseball aficionados. Up there as one of the best defensive third basemen we have ever seen. The guy makes a highlight reel pretty much on a nightly basis defensively. And he's not too shabby with the bat either. Hitting .315 with 41 jacks just 2 seasons ago. Please vote. Look at that. Just a little bit better. Oh. Anyways, next. Travis Kelce with the heart. As I said, someone must be a Chiefs fan here. Got hearts, smiley faces, all of it. Travis Kelce, tight end, Kansas City Chiefs. The man may have led the NFL in receiving yards this season if he did not sit out the last game, having over 1,400 yards receiving. He has also had over 1,000 yards each of the last 5 seasons. No other tight end in NFL history has done that. He is the best receiving tight end of our time. The guy is a first ballot Hall of Famer. He was also a big contributor to the Chiefs winning the Super Bowl last year and to getting to the big game this year. And you know that Travis Kelce and the Chiefs are not going anywhere. I guarantee you that. Versus number 12, Jose Abreu of the Chicago White Sox, the South Siders. Jose Abreu, the AL MVP last year, hit .317 with 19 homers, 60 RBIs. But he's not just a one-year wonder, everyone. He also led the AL in RBIs in 2019. The man is the epitome of a run producer, the first baseman for the Chicago White Sox. For a team, the Southsiders, probably the most excited they have been for a White Sox team probably since they won the whole darn thing in 2005. The White Sox are the prohibitive favorite with the Minnesota Twins this year to win the AL Central. The White Sox are going for it, and Jose Abreu is the centerpiece of that ball club. Patrick Mahomes, backhand pass. Next, Connor McDavid, the other piece of the Edmonton Oilers. The undisputed best player in hockey right now, in my opinion. Averaging over 2 points a game, which is ridiculous. That's like Gretzky-esque. A lot of people say he's the next Wayne Gretzky. He may be. He's got a long way to go. The Oilers have not even been to the Stanley Cup. This year may be the year. The Oilers are off to an okay start, but I will say they're probably the most exciting team in hockey to watch right now because they are a high-flying offense led by Mr. Connor McDavid. Versus number 13, Return of the Mac. Oh yeah, Return of the Mac. You knew I had to start singing some sort of song today. So here it is, Khalil Mack. We all know him as the pass rusher for the Chicago Cubs, Chicago Bears. Formerly of the Oakland, not Las Vegas Raiders. Of course, he got traded before the Raiders moved out to this neck of the woods. They were still playing in Northern California. Khalil Mack was there. He won the Defensive Player of the Year in 2016. He's still pass rushing demon. Actually had a little bit of a down year for him in 2020 with only 9 sacks, but I will say that Khalil Mack gets to the quarterback and is still a force to be reckoned with. He is usually someone that you game plan for whenever you play the Bears. Number 3, Aaron Rodgers. Mr. State Farm himself, hanging out with his buddy Jake. You know, Jake, man, you're making me maybe want to start going to the gym there, Mr. Jake. You know, you're a little more, you may even be more spoiled than Aaron Rodgers. We'll have to, maybe someone should ask Aaron Rodgers that. Hey, you know, is Jake, you know, can Jake bench press more to you? But that's not the point. We're not talking about Jake from State Farm. We're talking about Aaron Rodgers, the quarterback of the Green Bay Packers. The man who won the MVP this year with throwing 48 touchdowns. Over 70% completion percentage, 121 passer rating. The man is an absolute stud. And he led the Packers to the NFC Championship each of the last 2 games. Of course, won the Super Bowl in 2010. 2-time MVP. Arguably the best quarterback in all of football. And sure, obviously, some would say, hold your horses. Patrick Mahomes may have something to say about that. Maybe even the legendary 43-year-old Mr. Avocado Tequila himself, Tom Brady, may say something about that. But Aaron Rodgers is up here for a good reason, because he is one of the best of our time and arguably the most talented quarterback you'll ever see in the NFL. That's an argument for a different day. Versus number 14, Utah Jazz, Donovan Mitchell. Did you see this man in the playoffs last year? The guy was an absolute scoring machine against the Denver Nuggets, scoring over 40 points 3 times. This year he's averaging almost 23 points per game. For the best team in the NBA, yes, the Utah Jazz at 20-5 have the best record in the NBA. And Donovan Mitchell is a big reason why, with obviously the defense of Rudy Gobert, Ryan Quinn, former Mizzou Tiger coach, now the coach of the Utah Jazz. Next, we have Nathan McKinnon for the Colorado Avalanche. All I'm going to say about Nathan McKinnon is they say he is so fast on the ice. He honestly looks like he is running on concrete while everyone else is trying to run on glass. You ever try to run on glass? Well, I haven't either, but I'm pretty sure that you'd be slipping and sliding like Fred Flintstone does in the Flintstones trying to ride the Yabba Dabba Doo truck. I don't even know what you call it. But anyways, Yabba Dabba Great is Nathan McKinnon. The Avs are an absolute force to be reckoned with. They're maybe the new team of hockey, at least in the Western Conference, and Nathan McKinnon is a big reason why. Versus number 11, Davante Adams, who only had, 16 touchdowns this year? No, it was 18 touchdowns. See, I'm trying to short him a couple. He is so great this year. 115 receptions. You see him in the snow, dashing through the snow, while the Titans' corner slipping, because, in that game in Week 16 in the snow, Davante Adams looked like he was, speaking of, walking on concrete while the defenders were trying to run on glass. It was a mismatch. Davante Adams is just, he looks so light on his feet, has kind of like Muhammad Ali boxing, even though we're not talking about boxing today, we're talking about football. We're talking about Davante Adams, one of the best receivers in all of the football. Vote please. Uh-oh, I see a cheetah. His name is Tyreek Hill. The cheetah is loose. That's what Mitch Holtis, the Chiefs play-by-play guy says. Tyreek Hill. All we got to say is that the guy is literally the cheetah. He's the fastest player in the NFL. He was clocked at 22 miles an hour on a slant pattern in the AFC Championship game that he almost took to the house, pretty much running through all of the Bills' defense. He had 15 touchdowns this year. He has the most big plays in all of football over the last 5 seasons. Nobody is more of a home run threat than Tyreek Hill. He can take a slant to the house. He can take a screen to the house. He can take a shovel pass to the house. He can take a pitch to the house. He can just take it to the house. Yeah. That's a whole rap song for yellow fogies like myself. Anyways, versus number 10, Christian Yelich. Hit 205 last year. But if you know, when I'm talking about this countdown with baseball is such a huge sample size season. There are players who can have a slow April and May, and then all of a sudden by August, they're back to their career norms. I have no doubt that Christian Yelich, if he played in the full season, he kind of was struggling against Southpaws last year. But, the previous 2 seasons, he was first and second in MVP, and he probably would have won the MVP over Cody Bellinger. Would have been super close. The man hitting 329 and 326 the 2 previous years with 41 bombs 2 years ago. Of course, got hit by a pitch in that September ball game, which probably prohibited him from winning the MVP award. I expect Yelich to bounce back to his career norms this year. He's also a pretty darn good center fielder as well, if you like defense, Bill Murray don't like defense, but I like defense. All right, next. And last, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Yes, I said it right, but we call him the Greek Freak. We're not even going to call him by his name because he's known as the Greek Freak, even though Antetokounmpo is his last name. Two-time NBA MVP. The big reason why he probably is not number 1 on this list is only because of his playoff failures. They lost to the Heat last year in 5 games. It was a very disappointing playoff run for the Bucks, but still the Bucks are going to be right up there with the Sixers and the Celtics as the top teams in the Eastern Conference this year. And it's because Giannis, 7'1", but plays more like 6'5", with his athleticism and also his ability to play defense. He's probably the best defensive player in all of basketball. Versus number 15, Jack Flaherty of the St. Louis Cardinals. Kind of also had a so-so year last year, but he only made 9 starts. Had a ERA over 4 last year. But 2 years ago, the Cardinals in the second half of the season was absolute machine. Going 7, 8 innings a start. For someone as young as Jack Flaherty, only 4 years in the bigs, it is incredible how much of a workhorse he is and how much the Cardinals brass trust this guy on the hill. He's not one of the guys that you take out after 4 innings, or if he gets into the jam in the 3rd inning, like you do with a lot of your 4th and 5th starters in today's baseball, Jack Flaherty has deserved that type of recognition. And also, that's why he's on the list. I expect a big year from Jack Flaherty and the St. Louis Cardinals this year, paired up with Nolan Arenado, Paul Goldschmidt, and I believe Adam Wainwright's coming back. Yadier Molina's coming back. The Cardinals are running it back, going for it all this year. So yeah, that's it. All I have to say is, if you like, subscribe please, and thank you. And then follow me at drewsports.com, at StuDrew on Twitter, hashtag Best Athlete on Twitter as well. If you hashtag Best Athlete, you'll see my Twitter poll. You can vote there. You can vote through also my Facebook page, Sports Stew with Drew as well. Please friend me. I'll accept anyone's friendship. Please, more friends the merrier. And also, you know why I'm here. I'm here to talk about sports. So I'd love for you to respond to this. Please tell me. If you don't like me, it's okay. You can say I stink. Or if you like me, please tell me why. You want to ask me a question about why I put someone where I did on this bracket, I would love for you to respond. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.